All right, so in this video, I would like to show you how I would piece together my poster. So first, what I would do is collect all of your, well, come up with a theme, and then collect all 20 of your font styles that really take on characteristics of this theme. I'm not right now, I don't right now have all 20, but I'm just going to work around what I have so far. So I found CF Montreal High School, Tamworth Gothic, Simply Square, and then what I was going to do was to download a few more. Okay, so I really liked this one, which if you're going to do this, just remember what they're called. This one's called Hard Sports. So I'm going to download it. It's going to open up in my downloads. I'm going to install that, right? So that one should be called Hard Sports. So if I go to click and write, let's see, Hard Sports, highlight it, I should be able to find that now. Hard Sports. Okay, so now I have Hard Sports. And you know, as I'm doing this, remember, I was going to download this one too. Don't worry about color at first, right? This one's called SF Sports Night Alternate. So I'm going to download that one too. SF Sports Night Alternate. Let me see. Sports. Here we are. Okay. So right now I have an accumulation of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need to find 15 more. So I would start off this way. What I also found, well, what I also started to do too was try and, you know, let's say I had all 20 of my font styles. All right. I started to add in a few other things. I added in this like swoosh thing that I started to create, you know, for a graphic. And then I added in my title, Sporty. I'm not really quite sure if I'm going to use that font for my title, but we'll see. But then I found these cool graphics online. So if you find cool graphics online, you're more than welcome to use them. I won't like check it off as plagiarism for this assignment. I'll let you use things that you find online if you'd like. But also remember that there's graphics underneath your custom shape tool that you can also use. So if you click on to this little shape icon here, you can scroll down and pick graphics that might work with your theme in here as well. Or if you click on the little gear, you can narrow it down by the category, right? But so you can work around all three of these together. So I really liked this shape here of this person like almost looking like they're diving or something. So what I was going to do was take this image and just delete all the other graphics and just use the one that I liked. Right? And just make sure that it's a clear picture and it's not really pixelated. Right, so I was going to use this graphic, and what I kind of wanted to do was, just out of curiosity, look at what it would look like stretched out. Maybe something like that. Now, this picture is very pixelated, actually. What I might want to do is look into finding another picture that's less pixelated, or figure out a way to make this less pixelated. Maybe like copy over it in some fashion, right? But that's kind of the idea. I could kind of play around with, let's see. I'm selecting my inverse of it, and let's see if I make it black and white, what happens. I could add a filter to it. Let's see what happens to it. that really did anything, but I could play around with that a little bit more. So I made that image black and white for now. So what I'm going to now do, I wouldn't focus on color still. I would kind of keep everything black and white. Now start taking all of your fonts and place them around the space that you have. So I kind of like that my title's here. I like that I have my graphic flowing here. It allows me to put text on the right side and underneath in like a creative fashion. And think about how you're going to do this. It might be fun to also make some of the text vertical, you know, keep it interesting. Scale it, holding the shift key down, you can scale your text and make it bigger or smaller. Using your arrows, you can actually nudge your text to the right, the left, or up and down. So what I would maybe do is start with having a few that are really big, right? And then start adding in some of your text that you're going to scale down. Another thing too, if you notice, my text, all of it is uppercase right now. So you want to also add a little bit of variation. So maybe if I were going to add some others, I would just make a point that it's not all uppercase. Let's see if I can find another one that looks very, this one too, I think. It's called Jackport College NCV. Now this one actually I think that of course I picked just comes in uppercase. I don't think it comes in lowercase, but what I could do is like take my Simply Square one, Simply Square JL. Oops. And what's happening here is that under my character bar, I think I have, oh, maybe it is just, I thought maybe I had it all on caps. Yeah, this one just comes in uppercase. Miss Dobble's having a hard time finding ones that are not. Let's see if I can find one more. Just try to create some variation. Let's say I wanted to use future. Okay, there we go. There's one that's not. Maybe I'll rotate it. So it's standing vertical. Put that down here. Right, so this is how I would kind of play around. I would also make sure to make a point to leave a little bit of a border around. Leave a little bit of nice white space. So create that margin as you're doing this. Make sure it's nicely balanced all the way around. And that's kind of how I would go about starting this. You know, come up with your theme, come up with a graphic, and start adding in your text. Think about variation. Think about scaling, how big or small your font styles will be. Think about variation of even the direction. Is it going to be horizontal or vertical? Think about, you know, variation of capital versus, you know, using ones that aren't capitalized, right? So we can see both capital and undercase letters, right? So this is how it starts. Don't even think about color yet. That will be my next video for you.